Hey guys, it's Chris. This video is going to be about hypnic jerks and about sleep paralysis. And what a hypnic jerk is, it's when you're sleeping or when you're starting to fall asleep and you jump up and you you jerk awake real quick and you gasp for air, or you jerk awake, or you start. It's called like a sleep start. It usually happens right when you're going to bed, and what it is it's a demon. It's a demon tormenting you. When your mind gets relaxed, the demon takes you over, and it startles you, and it's trying to pull on your spirit. If you're getting these hypnic jerks, you are weighed down with heavy spiritual darkness, because what's happening is your spirit's starting to get pulled out of your body little by demons. It happened to me many times. Especially when you're meditating, it happens all the time because you're letting a demon take you over. And the History Channel, when this was happening to me, the History Channel did a show on it. And I'll get into sleep paralysis later. Right now I'm talking about hypnic jerks. When this was happening to me, and I first figured out that it was demons, that week the show came on the History Channel, and it was labeled Hypnic Jerks, and I watched it knowing it would be a lie, just to see what they're trying to teach people. And they're trying to teach people it's the body's natural reaction that it's falling, and that you jerk away because you're afraid. And I want to tell you, God doesn't make a mistake in his flaw. So anything that suggests that your body doesn't know how to understand the realm it's in is a lie. Anything that suggests that your body can't control a disease is a lie. God made us perfect. And if we're holy, our body's perfect. Unless he wants to use an infirmity to guide our path for him. But other than that, if it's of the devil, it can't happen if you have Christ. But anyway, these hypnic jerks, what they are is they're the beginning of your soul, of your spirit or your soul being separated from your body. That's what's going on. You're either on drugs, you have sleep apnea. Most people who have apnea are on drugs. Most people who are having these awkward things at night and their body's not functioning and their brain is not functioning right are on drugs. But the bottom line is it's evil spirits that are tormenting you at night. God and his angels don't bother you at night. You sleep like a baby when you're in there under God's wing. You'll get visions, but you have to be careful because God will use demons to teach you things and to see how good you are and to see how knowledgeable of the Spirit you're getting, and that he wants you to talk to him at night and be like, Father, I saw what those demons did, and I want you to know I know what's going on, and I want more spiritual discernment and more and more and more. So that's what a hypnic jerk is. It's a sleep start, basically. You convulse, you gasp, you get startled, but it's a violent jerk. It's very violent. It's a spiritual attack is exactly what it is. Okay? And that's all I really need to say about it. There's not much more to say about it. Anything they're telling you it comes from, any lie of the medical industry, trust me, it's spiritual. I've gone through it. It went away when I found Christ. I was getting it more when I was into the occultic meditating and into astral projection. I was getting it every night because there's a sweet spot right there where your body's still too relaxed to really... your body's relaxed enough for the demon to come in, but you're not asleep enough to stay asleep. You're not deep enough asleep for the demon to get into you and do what it needs to do, and for you to stay asleep. So basically what happens is the demon jumps the gun. The demon tries to possess you and jumps the gun early, and it goes into your body and you wake up. And it's so scary that you jerk awake and you're very startled because your mind, you don't know the spirit yet. You don't know what happened to you. But As you tell the Lord that you know about these things and that you know it's a demon and you want it to stop, it will stop. If you think a hypnic jerk is just the body's natural reaction of falling and you keep doing what you're doing like the devil wants you to do, it will never stop. Only Jesus could stop it, and you need to know about it first, or you'll never be able to ask in his name for it to stop. Okay. Enough about the hypnic jerk, because what's more important is sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is a successful attempt that the hypnic jerk comes from this attempt, but sleep paralysis is further down the road. The demons have succeeded in getting your spirit body disconnected from your physical body, and your consciousness and your whole being goes into the spirit, and it's not of God, it's of the devil. So you people who are basically it's astral projecting, only you haven't learned how to leave the footprint of your body yet. You haven't learned how to fly in the spirit, fly through walls, navigate the spirit. You haven't learned how to disconnect your head from your body. When I was leaving my body, the hardest thing was to get my head disconnected. It took a lot of effort on my part. God doesn't want you, but the demons want you to put your own effort into this, because God will only allow it to happen if it has your will behind it, because of the free will he gave you. So I would get my legs out and my arms out, and I would have two heads glued. My spirit head would be glued to my physical head on the couch, and eventually I learned how to get out. I threw the weight of my spirit body like a pillow, and my head snapped loose. Luckily I didn't die or something. Luckily, God spared me, because I believe people are dying from doing this. That once the demons catch them, because you have a watcher on you. You have a demon on you. And if that demon's asleep on the job and you could get out of your body and get a good ways away from your body, and it's not doing its job, it's wandering around talking to some other spirit somewhere, then you'll be able to get back to your body safely. Because it's rare that you get out when you're first starting, and the demon's watching you on Satan's command. And when you get out, one time I got out of my body and a demon was 50 feet away and it started running at me, and I just woke up. You know, they're watching you. They're watching you. But the point is the sleep paralysis is when you have not disconnected from your body and astral projected, but your consciousness and your spirit is separated. You're not of one flesh anymore. Your spirit's not in the flesh. And it's because you're weighed down with spiritual darkness and there's no angels there and God's not there, and God has turned you over to them and he's teaching you something, or it's your last days. One or the other. If God's not teaching you a lesson by this, you're on the death list of Satan. But anyway, sleep paralysis is petrifying. The first time it happened to me, I was scared stiff. And that's why they call it sleep paralysis, because you're so shocked by that you just left your body and that there's a demon presence in the room, and there's not always a demon in the room. Not always. They move on their own behalf. It's got nothing to do with your mind. They're operating in their own realm. Just like we operate here and we move on our own behalf, they operate completely separate of your mind and your mood and what you're thinking of, and the strength you have, and the fear and all that the New Age movement will teach you. It only comes to people that are afraid. That's a lie. They're just trying to trick you into coming in there. But what happens is you're in there and you wake up, and if there's a demon in the room, you feel that evil presence as thick in the air as smog, and it stiffens you. You get very cold, like you're going to die. You feel like you're going to be killed by demons. You get just afraid, very afraid. And sometimes they will come up to you and grab you with claws and shake you, or they will try and molest you or something. That's never happened to me, but it happened once where a succubus pulled my pants down and tried to molest me, and then I woke up right away. Luckily, God spared me of that. But they started to touch me, but right when they did, it stopped. And this is going on all over the world. Demons are sexually assaulting people all over the world. There's people that have been raped by Satan and his demons in a ritual in the spirit realm. That's never happened to me, but I hope it never does. But if it does, I have Christ and I don't care. This is what it is to have Christ. Nothing matters. But this is how savage the demons are, and how ruthless they are, and how ruthless Satan is. But when the demon's in the room, you'll be scared stiff. The experience could take what it seems to be like hours, minutes. It could take any length of time. That's up to God and how long He wants to let these demons have their way with you to teach you something. But you will be so scared that your life will change after that first experience. You won't be able to sleep right. You'll be afraid every night they're going to come for you. And until you find Christ, it's going to continue because your fear is giving them way, and you're not turning to God, and you're afraid. So if you guys want to cure sleep paralysis, if you guys want to cure hypnic jerks, you need Jesus Christ, period. And I think I'm going to make that the title. So people that are suffering from this, I want to make the title, The Cure for Hypnic Jerks and Sleep Paralysis is Jesus. Give me a second. Now, what's funny about this show on the History Channel that I was talking about is that they come out with this stuff and they teach you what to think as needed for their agenda. See, like Satan knows his demons are going to be attacking harder next to the end times, and the demons know that a result of their attacks is the people are waking up with these jerks now that they're getting more and more strong toward the judgment phase and the end times. But the demons know that this is happening to people. So what they do is they report back to Satan, and Satan will pass it on to his media people that control the media, and to his high-up people like Reuters and Bloomberg and all these major channels that control all these major companies that own all the channels. Almost every channel is owned by two companies, people, that are owned by Satan. Every channel on TV, almost. It's a monopoly. It's a legal monopoly. They're above the law. So when the demons start to tell Satan people are starting to jerk awake, we need to do something. We're not going to be able to possess them if this keeps up. We need to deceive them again. They will put something on the TV that makes you think a hypnic jerk is something totally different. So you then go to a doctor, turn to man, and it gets worse. You don't need to turn to a doctor for anything, for nothing. Absolutely zero. When you have Jesus, people, you don't need anything. Anything. You don't need to even... I believe if you're strong enough in the Lord, you don't need to eat at all. That you could go years without eating. If you're strong enough. I believe that we're going to be seeing that happen in the end times. People going 6 months not eating one thing, months without drinking water. Jesus has given many people water and said, drink my water in the Spirit. People that were going to die of thirst, that were His children. We are going to be spiritually fed in the end times. And our limbs are going to be growing back, and infections will be healed supernaturally. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be totally awesome. But I think that's all I really need to say about sleep paralysis. It's not a poltergeist. It's not a ghost. It's not in your mind. It's nothing but your spirit getting disconnected from your body due to your sins or generational curses or drugging or drinking. And you entering the demonic realm and being petrified stiff by demons, and then waking back up, and this God lets your spirit go back into the body. So that's what it is. There's no need to say much more on it. Find Jesus and you will be cured of it. Read your King James Bible. Pray every night. Pray every night to Jesus. Plead the blood over the room. Put put oil around the bed if you want, the blood of Jesus, if it's sanctified. Don't burn any sage. Don't do any stupid things that are of the witches and the warlocks. Don't turn to angels. Don't turn to Pleiadians. Don't turn to Archangel Michael. Turn to Jesus Christ and ask him to send Archangel Michael. Guys, if you're worshiping Archangel Michael and you don't have Christ, you're worshiping a false Archangel Michael demon. Because you can't summon an angel without having the commander, Jesus Christ, summon that angel for you. You can't summon an angel direct. Jesus commands those angels. I've made that mistake too. But just want to let you guys know, I've been through all this stuff. God, like I always say, God put me through a major crash course. I've been through it all with Satan and his demons. But have fun. Get closer and closer to him and be strong in his might, and you will never be afraid again. Okay? Be blessed.